Clump's iconic shot. Tonight, 4 teams try to write their own chapter in Indiana high school history. That's next on Fox Sports Indiana. Coverage of the 2014 IHSAA Boys State Basketball Championship presented by the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever continues here on Fox Sports Indiana. Up next, the 3A championship game between Greensburg and Bowman Academy. Inside, Bankers Life Fieldhouse, Jerry Baker and Mike Broughton, a former championship state coach himself. Mike, back when they had the draw, had you filled out your brackets back then? That's pretty much, these guys are pretty much who you thought you might be here tonight.
Yeah, the 2A and the 3A state champion from a year ago, and the success factor made this game possible from the IHSAA.
It was not an easy way to get here. If you were a Greensburg Pirate, they had to beat a couple of ranked teams, one of which, Batesville, ranked number 8. They won that of the championship game of the Greensburg sectional. You go to the Richmond semi-state a week ago. Number 2, Guerin Catholic, fell 74-67. They got 3 guys in double figures, but Bryant McIntosh is the guy that makes this ball club roll.
Bryant going to Northwestern, 14 points, 9 assists. He's a key guy tonight against Bowman's pressure.
Interestingly enough, Bowman Academy did not have to play a single ranked team to get here, and boy, did they roll. Twice in the sectional, they scored over 100 points. They averaged 90 points a game. 4 guys double-digit scoring. Number 24, Devon Dillard. He is the lead guy.
Devon's quick to the basket. Big game last year in the state finals, and he can score the basketball.
Third member of our broadcast crew tonight as we get set to bring in this 3A championship, Greg Rakestraw.
Jerry, as always, a pleasure working with you and Mike tonight. Bowman, in their brief history, has always had this great advantage in terms of athleticism. They are loaded and deep again this year. But how about this Greensburg ball club? Of their 5 returning starters from last year, all of them likely will play a Division I sport at some point in time. The 4 seniors already Division I commits in sports like basketball, tennis, and baseball. The junior and Ryan Welledge likely a Division I player as well. Simply put, a wealth of athleticism on the floor tonight. Jerry.
Greensburg 27-1. Bowman Academy is 22-4. Starting lineups and the opening tip for the 3A title game coming up next on Fox Sports Indiana. You by the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever, presenting sponsor of the IHSAA State Basketball Tournament and honored to support Indiana's game at all levels. And by Methodist Sports Medicine in collaboration with IU Health, official sports medicine provider to the IHSAA. Subway, eat fresh. Wilson Sporting Goods, the official ball of the IHSAA. Farmers Insurance, we are insurance, we are farmers. The Indianapolis Colts, the IHSAA is proud to be Colt Strong. Sharp business systems, saluting great athletes and even better students. Sport Graphics, turning our creativity and experience into your results. And by Fox Sports Indiana, home of the IHSAA Champions Network. There's a great look at the skyline at Indianapolis, and we are about set to meet these 2 ball clubs, the Pirates of Greensburg, Bowman Academy Eagles. Here is our PA announcer for the night, Scott Gray.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Indianapolis and Bankers Life Fieldhouse for the 104th annual Indiana High School Athletic Association Boys Basketball State Finals. Our game tonight is for the Class 3A Championship and features the Greensburg Pirates and the Bowman Academy Eagles. Here are your rosters and starting lineups for tonight's 3A championship game. First for the Greensburg Pirates. Number 10, Bryce Bennett. Number 20, Riley Burkert. Number 22, Ty Fleetwood. Number 24, Drew Foster. Number 42, Tom Lawrence. Number 44, Kevin Beaver. Number 50, Brad Wilson. And the starting lineup for the Pirates of Greensburg: at guard, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Macy Holtzworth. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 14, Colin Rigney. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 30, Bryant McIntyre. At forward, a 6'8" junior, number 32, Ryan Welledge. At forward, a 6'7" senior, number 34, Sean Seller. The head coach of the 27-1 Pirates, Stacy Meyer. And now the roster and starting lineup for the Bowman Academy Eagles. Number 3, Bernard Perry. Number 10, Deshaun Franklin. Number 11, Martin Sheely. Number 15, Avery Edwards. Number 33, Montrell Barfield. Number 34, Anthony Cole. Number 35, Kendall Sims. And the starting lineup for the Bowman Academy Eagles: at guard, a 6'3" senior, number 2, Arthur Haggard. At guard, a 6' senior, number 4, Darian Riddle. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 12, Austin Daniels. At forward, a 6'7" senior, number 22, Justin King. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 24, Devon Dillard. The head coach of the Eagles, Marvin Ray.
Starting lineup tonight presented by our friends at Subway. There is Stacy Meyer, 8th year in the school, 145 and 48, 13 years overall, 203 and 104. And, of course, one of those guys who's been around for a while and knows how to get the job done, and he loves the game. Graduate of Greensburg High School and Hanover College. Marvin Ray is the Bowman Academy head coach, 7th year at school, graduate of Gary Roosevelt High and Purdue University. And back to Purdue, he was a walk-on basketball player under head coach Gene Cady. And to further accolades, he won the 1987 Trester Award, took the team to the Final Four where they lost to Richmond 66-60 in the afternoon game. A fun guy to talk to. He's got stories.
He's got plenty of those, and he's also a big winner here in the state.
We're ready to go now. Greensburg at 27-1 on the year. Bowman Academy comes in at 22-4. There are the officials, Dan, Bill, and Justin. And if Bowman continues to play, Mike, as I have seen the play and you have seen the play, it is semi-organized chaos.
It's pressure on a make, pressure on a miss, and they're just going after him. Open 3.
Long-range shot, nothing but net that time for number 12. That's Macy Holdsworth. He shoots 42% from outside the arc. That was his 44th three-pointer of the year. Again, Bowman loves to run. Offensively, they come right straight at you. Defensively, they want to wear you out if they can. This shot rebound comes off into the hands of Ryan Welledge.
1-2-1-1, three-quarter court press against Greensburg. Open 3.
Colin Rigney knocked it home. Rigney shooting 53% from outside the arc, and that was his 55th of the year. So they've gone long range early on.
That's what happens if you press. All 5 Greensburg starters can shoot the 3.
Spin move down the lane, layup, nice looking play by Devon Dillard. Now here's the guy that's going to carry this ball club. The problem, Mike, is that they never know which Devon Dillard's going to show up for the game.
That Devon Dillard looked like a Division I player.
He did. Jumper right out front, nice looking play by Ryan Wellich.
Greensburg 3 for 3, 3 open shots against the pressure.
From 3 different players, by the way. So they have come out doing what they do best. They shoot on the year 56% from the field. That's just remarkable.
And right now, McIntosh hasn't even had to touch the ball to get it done.
Now let's see what Bowman Academy's going to do. Firing long range, nothing doing. Great box out, Sean Sellers. He leads the club in rebounds with 7.6 per game. There's that pressure I spoke of. If you can break it, you got a pretty good shot at scoring.
If you break it, you're going to get an open 3 like they have here at the start of the game.
Couple of minutes gone, opening quarter. We expected a very hectic pace. It's been handled so far by Greensburg very nicely. The first miss of the game by Wellich.
Wellich didn't get his feet underneath him on that shot.
Right side, Austin Daniels. Now they go left side and get it inside. Shot no good. Rebound put right back up. It's still off the mark. From behind, a mad hustle. And it's out of bounds to Greensburg.
That's what Greensburg has to be worried about is the second shots by Bowman. That time they attacked the basket. All 5 Greensburg guys got to get on the board.
Greensburg averages 27.2 rebounds per game. Bowman 33-1. And part of this because they create so much havoc and create 4 shots. Great baseline feed, handed inside. Busket is up. It is good by Wellich. His second field goal and a foul. The first of the game is going to be on Devon Dillard.
Greensburg's doing a great job passing the basketball. No dribble against the pressure of Bowman. Getting the ball to the open man. Of course, you hit 2 threes early in the game to get you going. Bowman's going to stay in the pressure, so if Greensburg keeps attacking it, they're going to be in good shape.
Now, this is something also, Mike, we will see. Marvin Ray loves to substitute. Raynard Perry has come in off the bench, and Anthony Cole has likewise. But at the pace they go, they almost have to have some substitutes. That bench has got to go at least 7 or 8 deep.
Well, Bowman's going to go 10. Greensburg hopes to go 6 or 7, but the pace right now is in Greensburg's favor.
If Greensburg can withstand the early onslaught of this hectic offense and defense, then they can stay in the game. Otherwise, this is a Bowman Academy ball club that loves to score the average 77.7 points a game. Offensive rebound, nothing doing. Defensive rebound, fall-up floaters off the mark, taken down inside by Riddle.
This is Bowman's pace.
That's exactly what they wanted to get the first points of the game from Anthony Cole. There's his first points of the game, I should say. They got another bucket by Devon Dillard. And now Greensburg, they just won't let you set up, and that's what we just talked about.
No dribble for Greensburg. 4 or 5 good passes and a layup, and Greensburg has confidence here early.
His defense will drive you crazy, but if it breaks down even to the slightest degree, somebody is going to be open. And right now, Greensburg taking advantage of that.
Greensburg's playing all 5 defensive players inside the lane. They're daring Bowman to shoot the 3-point shot.
Barry drops it down in low. This is King. Back out long range now to Riddle. Off the mark. Inside, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Bowman Academy.
Greensburg's really just kind of setting up their all 10-feeder in the lane in the yellow there, and they're daring Bowman to take the outside shot. Bowman's missed him so far.
Another substitution now. This is going to be, well, Dillard had gone out. Now they're going to wave him back into the game and take Darian Riddle out. Interesting, we talk about how prolific Bowman's offense is, Mike, 77-7. But Greensburg is averaging 76, too, so they're not afraid to race with you.
They're the number 6 and number 8 teams in Indiana, and there's 412 of them playing, so they put it in the basket.
So we would expect a high-scoring game. Shot, no good. 3 white shirts in the middle that time. Taken off by Dillard. He averages just over 7 per game. Driving a layup is good by Dillard.
That's the penetration. They can set up the pressure if they score.
Dillard now with 4 points. Here's the shot at the other end. Offensive foul is going to be called. No bucket. And the foul's going to be, I believe, let's see, is it on Sellers? Nope. It's going to be in Wellich, I believe.
That's where they took 1 extra dribble.
Wellich gets the foul. We get a timeout. Just under 4 minutes to go. And a 13-6 ball game in favor of Greensburg.
With all the big games on Fox Sports Midwest throughout the year, what do you do when 2 games are scheduled at the same time? Now you can...
Back at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, time to look at the Wilson Sporting Goods keys to the game. Wilson Sporting Goods, the official ball of the IHSAA.
Well, Greensburg, they have to handle the pressure. No dribbles, good shots. They've done that. They got to get back on defense. They've kind of had all 5 in the lane, and they try to limit Bowman to 1 shot, and they've done that, so they've got a good start. For Bowman Academy, they got to wear Greensburg down. This is really Greensburg's pace right now. Dillard and King, no foul trouble, and they got to cover the 3-point shooters, and they've not been able to do that so far because McIntosh and them have broke the press, and they get the open looks.
Interesting note here also, Mike. Greensburg has 5 field goals and 5 assists to go along with it. That's a pretty good proportion right there.
That's the extra pass, and they need to make that the whole game, not just the first quarter.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Opening quarter of play for the 3A title taken away by Greensburg. And again, their defense, while not as hectic as Bowman Academy's, is very, very good. They only give up 45.9 points per game all season long. They get the offensive rebound and set the offense up all over again. So we get right side down to the corner. Here's that swarming defense knocked away and stolen. Here is Dillard on the break, and he'll get inside and get the bucket.
That's their first real steal of the game with this pressure.
Now the thing it does, Mike Broughton, is it wears on you.
It's going to wear on you, and Coach Meyer's going to have to be able to call timeouts and use the TV timeouts and rest his guys because they've made 2 turnovers in a row.
Okay, that's the first 2 turnovers of the game for that matter. And they turned that one into a bucket. And we're coming back live now with 3:05 to go. Driving layup off the flange to the rim that time by Arthur Haggard, who also is one of the key guys, averaging 12 points a game. There's a reach-in foul by Bowman.
Well, that was good. They got the rebound, Greensburg, that time, but they don't need to do a whole lot of dribbling against that pressure. Bowman's going 2-2-1, 3/4 court on a miss. On a make, they're trying to deny the ball inbounds. They're coming hard at you on this out-of-bounds play here.
Foul was on Renard Perry. Marvin Ray said our program is centered around defense, hard-nosed defense. That's how we've been able to win. That's what's going to carry us. They make no excuses, Mike. They're going to come at you defensively, make you make mistakes.
They're going to come at you, and Greensburg's going at them, so this is going to be a wild pace for 4 quarters.
Exactly what we had anticipated, with both ball clubs able to score in the double, triple figures. Long-range rebound yanked out of there by McIntosh, who averages just over 3.5 per game. Here's the layup at the other end.
McIntosh, great job on the rebound, pushed it against the pressure. Bowman couldn't even set up.
So with 2:25 to go, it's a 15-8 ball game. Greensburg in the Lark uniforms whistled at a foul. It's going to be the first foul of the game on Greensburg.
That time Bowman got the ball inside. Greensburg's going to try to double as much as they can on King, and Dillard didn't get there in time.
Second foul, a correction. Second foul, and unfortunately for Greensburg, both on Ryan Welling.
That's going to be tough for Greensburg because he's 6'8" and needs to rebound the basketball.
It was good by King. And a substitution now. They're going to have to get somebody in there. Colin Rigney is back on the floor now for Greensburg. Bowman Academy from the free throw line is not overwhelming. They shoot 64%. Anything under 70, you're kind of taking your chances. They get 1 out of 2 from King. Now we're down to 2:15 to go in this opening period of play. Nice fast fake, and they got it to Sellers again.
Excellent pass. That's the 7th assist this quarter for Greensburg.
Couple of minutes to go. First quarter. So far, Greensburg has answered every attack by Bowman Academy.
Greensburg sending to double on the inside. Wide open shots for Bowman on the outside.
Riddle with his first bucket. Down to the corner to go. They've been strong from right there. Nothing doing this time. Long-range rebound on the right side. Off into the hands that time of Anthony Cole. Now they'll fire to the wing of the near side. Nothing but blue shirts. They're not giving them any offensive rebound, any second opportunities at all, Mike.
No second shots for Bowman, and Bowman's not having much patience on offense. They're shooting within 1 or 2 passes.
Which isn't really out of character. That's kind of what they do.
Well, they do, but they're going to need to reverse it a little bit because Greensburg's so packed in the lane that they can't get the ball inside, and when they do, they're getting doubled.
With the foul on Riddle, by the way.
Bowman's got to stay in contact in the first quarter here because you can tell already Greensburg's a little winded and Greensburg really can't sub.
And you have a suspicion that's kind of the game plan for Marvin Ray. We're going to keep this up and see if you can keep up with us. Three-pointer with the corner, rattles in, rattles out. Three white shirts right over the back that time of Ryan Welledge. He had nowhere to go. They run the break and they get the layup. And that time Sellers now has suddenly come to life. Check it. Cole has come to life with a bucket.
Greensburg didn't get back on defense. That's the very first time, 1:06 in the first quarter. He hasn't been able to sub, and you can tell a little bit they're winded right now.
I was going to say, Mike, that's a direct response to what we've been talking about.
Hell, on the replay, Bowman dribbled around all the team except for one guy from Greensburg that got back, and they weren't trying to catch up.
Now we got to change to the lineup again, this time for Greensburg. Onto the floor for the first time, Tom Lawrence, a 6'6 senior.
And they got Welledge going out into the locker room right now. 6'8" for Greensburg. He must be injured.
All right, we're going to check that out for you to see what that situation is. They can ill afford to lose Welledge, that's for sure.
1-3-1 half-court trap for Bowman. Split it. Sellers with the dunk.
Sellers having a nice ball game. Half a dozen points now for Sean. And the lead goes back to 19-13.
With Welledge out of the game, Greensburg's going 2-3 zone right now. Good move.
Great position inside. McIntosh. Quickly up court they go. Ball knocked away. Scooped off into the hands of Austin Daniels. Daniels hard to the hoop. Got it.
Austin Daniels, great move that time. Beat Greensburg off the dribble.
19-15 ball game. A bump right in front of us. No foul call. Flip it off into the corner right in front of the bench. There's a long-range three, and he got it. Good-looking shot that time by Bryant McIntosh.
McIntosh got into the offense. He's going to have to get into it more as the quarters go by.
That's the third three-pointer in the first quarter for Greensburg. Down to the final 8 seconds. Long three at the other end. No good. And a foul called on the rebound. The foul's going to be on Deshaun Franklin of Bowman Academy, his first.
Bowman has not hit a shot outside of 12 feet in the first quarter. That's exactly what Greensburg's plans were. They at least hoped for that. So somebody needs to make it to loosen up the zone.
Bowman shoots rather well from long range, 36%. Here's the long range shot. We played 8 minutes for the 3A championship game. Downtown Indianapolis Bankers Life Fieldhouse. It is Greensburg on top 22-15 over Bowman Academy. On the state championship network presented by the Pacers and the Fever.
Stop pain in its tracks. Stop pain from growing. Stop pain and start living the life you want again. With IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, you have nationally ranked experts committed to eliminating your pain and access to the most advanced therapies and surgical techniques to get you back to what you love most. Stop waiting to live a pain-free life. You have the strength it takes. Indiana University Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine with Shelbourne Knee Center.
If you owe back taxes to the IRS, listen to this important message. The IRS seizes bank accounts every day. The IRS puts levies on paychecks and bank accounts every day. If you owe the IRS at least $10,000 in back taxes, we can help. Let our qualified CPAs and tax attorneys go to work for you. We can help stop collection calls. Don't let the IRS garnish your wages, levy your bank account, or seize your assets. Call Maximum Tax Resolution now. Let us get the situation under control. We will contact the IRS on your behalf, make arrangements, and reduce the amount you owe if you qualify. The IRS is relentless. They will find you and will collect from you. We have saved our clients lots of money. The IRS won't quit. Get help. Don't wait until it's too late. The consultation is free, but you must call now. Call Maximum Tax Resolution now.
Call 800-870-0715.
Well, we have a story on the situation with we saw one of the players for Greensburg head out to the locker room. Greg, what do you got on that?
Yeah, that is Ryan Welledge, and no cause for concern. Simply lost a contact. Ran back to the locker room, put it back in, and now back on the floor for the Pirates. Jerry.
They need him because he's the leading scorer with 7 points. The starters scored all of the points for Greensburg. Bowman got 4 points off the bench from Anthony Cole. They got nothing out of one of the starters, Arthur Haggard.
I think Greensburg goes 2-3 zone because Bowman so far hasn't hit an outside shot.
And they continue to fire away from long range, and McIntosh comes off with the rebound. And a foul's going to be called once again against Bowman Academy. Here are the first quarter numbers. Take a look at them. What you see there?
Right now, fast break points go to Bowman 10-2, but 53% for Greensburg. Only 39, 0 for 4 for 3 from Bowman. Greensburg's going to pack it in.
And again, the full court pressure will break it. And again, when you do that, you get numbers. Jumper right out front, the plan to the rim. The rebound comes off again to Greensburg. They've got a nice job on the offensive board, unlike Bowman Academy. Long three in the corner. Good. Colin Rigney. 2 3-pointers. Total of 6 points of the game.
Rigney and Holdsworth got to hit those shots on the baseline. They're wide open.
10-point lead now for Greensburg. Oh, backdoor cut. They got him wide open down low. Anthony Cole gets his 6 points.
Great pass by Riddle that time for Bowman.
And a steal right in front of us here. Good-looking play by Justin King. No numbers on the break, but they will get the bucket and draw the foul. Nice play that time by Austin Daniels.
Justin King played that great on the back end of the press. And then a good finish on the inside by Daniels, and that tightens it up a little bit. That's 4 in a row.
I was on Macy Holdsworth. That's number 1 on the 5'11 senior. They need him. He's one of the top assist men on the ball club, and also second of the team in steals with 37.
This is such an intriguing game right now because you got Bowman pressing. Greensburg is scoring the ball. Bowman's having trouble shooting it, but it's only a 6-point game.
Rebound by Bowman, put right back up. Well, I love the way Greensburg's going after the defensive boards.
And they're also doing a great job passing the ball with no dribble against this pressure. It's really bothering Bowman.
They get inside, no numbers on the break, but they get the bucket anyway. Nice play by Sellers. He has 8. Greensburg in the blue uniforms. Bowman in the white. Northern team in the draw in the tournament is the home team. That's how this is all decided. Minute and a half gone, second quarter.
Haggard's their guy from outside. If he hit one, there he goes.
There you go.
38% from 3. He's the guy that Coach Ray talked about that can hit the 3.
30-second timeout taken now by Bowman, or by Greensburg. That long-range shot by Haggard was his 63rd successful three-point field goal on the year. He shoots 38% from out there.
I think he's got the green light no matter what, and then the rest of them need to penetrate because they don't shoot the ball very well from the outside. They struggle 36% for the year, but Haggard's the guy.
Haggard doesn't get a lot of notification, but he's been offered by Chicago State. Some of the other schools that have contacted him include Iona, Tiffin, Ohio, Saginaw Valley up in Michigan. University of Indianapolis also taking a look at him. His father, Arthur, was a 2-time All-State running back and defensive back at Gary Wallace, and his mother, Latoya, was a volleyball and track star in college. So he comes by those physical abilities with good cause.
I think it was a good timeout by Coach Meyer from Greensburg. Rest the guys a little bit. You got 2 minutes till the 4-minute break.
Quickly up court, McIntosh. Laid it off of the near side. Very easy bucket for Welly.
The pressure is not bothering Greensburg really at all.
Well, they've had a full week. That's from a coaching standpoint, Mike. As you know, you get a week to prepare for somebody, you're in pretty good shape.
I think Greensburg's coaching staff must have practiced the entire week without a dribble because they're not dribbling the ball very much.
Driving layup, nothing doing. Great position inside again for the rebound by Wellage. That shows you how much they need him, and as was pointed out, they need to get him back in the lineup. They have done so. The foul is on King. That's the first on the 6'7 senior.
Yeah, nice drive to the inside, but Wellage does a good job stepping in front to get the rebound over the back for King. And so, again, Greensburg's been able to withstand the runs of Bowman.
So Wellage goes to the line, 6'8 junior, shooting 73% from the stripe. It's a 1-and-1. And out comes Anthony Cole with a rebound now for Bowman Academy. Spinning move inside, got nothing but the back of the board. Held ball, possession arrow to Greensburg.
Nice job by Greensburg as the outside misses continue for Bowman. Greensburg's packing it in deeper and deeper, and that's bothering King and Dillard when they catch the ball on the block.
Dillard back into the lineup. Interesting, you're talking with Marvin Ray on Monday. He's a very honest, forthright guy. Here's the shot put up by Wellich, and he has 11. He has 4 here in this quarter.
That's where you have a 6'3" Greensburg point guard throwing it to a 6'8" post man for the basket.
Yeah, they really need Dillard in the lineup. Here's the shot, no good again. Great presence on the rebound. But for a personal reason, they didn't even play him in that Lighthouse CPA game of the opening game of the sectional. Three-pointer from the corner left side. And this is the biggest lead of the ball game. The bucket by Rigney, his 3rd three-pointer of the game. And the lead goes up now to a dozen.
Dillard's a little out of sorts walking down the court. I don't think they thought they'd be down 12 in the second quarter.
Well, that's been one of the issues Devadas had to deal with. He was suspended for the first 3 games of the season. Here's the shot for the left side by Austin Daniels. He's got a half a dozen. But Dillard's the kind of a guy that if you get him going, he's averaging 16.2 points per game and 9.5 rebounds in the tournament. 3 this time. Haggard,
he's the guy that can shoot it in, and they go from 12 to 7 in about 15 seconds. So they're...
That's just the pace they play in. They make the steal. Dillard's got it, driving hard to the hole. Left-handed shot, no good. Put back, no good. Rebound comes off into Sellers' hand.
Bowman needs the layups when they gamble as much as they do.
Driving into the hoop and blocked beautifully that time by Anthony Cole. Quickly up court, numbers on the break for Bowman, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Anthony Cole.
Great job by Sellers that time, being able to take the charging foul. You could almost see him grimace when he saw the Bowman kid coming his way. He held his ground.
Second personal foul now on Cole. In the tournament, they put 111 points up against Lighthouse, 111 to 62. And they beat Gary Wallace 117 to 78. So they averaged in the tournament 90 points a game. Defensively, 62-3. Overall, during the regular season, 74 points. So overall for the entire year, 77.7. Their average win margin over the year, 18-4. The average win margin in the tournament, 27-7. As I mentioned, they didn't play a single ranked team of their route here to Bankers Life. Almost a travel that time.
2 fouls on Dillard. He had to come out of the basketball game. Bowman's a lot smaller right now with the 2 fouls.
There's the travel turnover violation on Wellich. Timeout with 3:48 to go in the first half of this game. 34-27 Greensburg on the IHSAA Champions Television Network on Fox Sports Indiana.
It's action or auction going on now at Penske Honda.
34-27. Let's look at a profile now of Greensburg High School. Greensburg known for the tree that grows from the top of the courthouse tower. There have been 1 or more trees growing continually since the first tree was noticed back in the early 1870s. As we approach race month here in Indy, Carl Fisher was born in Greensburg, the entrepreneur involved with starting the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
So far in the second quarter, Sellers and Wellich are 10 for 13 from the field, 22 points, and it's mainly because they've had such great passes made to them inside.
34-27. The lead's been as high as 12. They'll get inside and miss the shot, and the rebound comes off again to Sellers. Doing a nice job. Here comes Bryant McIntosh. Wide open.
Unbelievable passing. That was 4 passes and a layup.
And again, Mike, that goes back to what you and I chatted about the very outset of the game. If that defense doesn't stop you at quarter court out here, they've got somebody open underneath almost every time. Nice flip shot that time.
Only weakness so far by Greensburg is they're giving up too much penetration on the inside. They got to hold their ground a little better.
It knocks the lead down to 36-29.
Bowman gets in a 2-3 zone this time as they got back. McIntosh for 3 more.
Well, they've gone to the three-point shooting. That's McIntosh's second bucket, and they've both been threes. As I mentioned, on the year, they're outstanding. They shoot 44% from outside the arc.
I probably watched them play 7 or 8 games. No zone's really stopped them all year.
Driving layup inside. And the bucket is good by Austin Daniels. Daniels having a nice ball game. He has 10 points right now.
2-1-2, half-court pressure and a steal.
And a steal this time by Daniels. You'll get inside and get the bucket. Let's get a sideline report here.
Sitting currently with 2 fouls for Bowman. He has a little bit of a left shoulder problem. The trainer is over there looking at him right now. He's been trying to stretch out that left shoulder, put some spray on it too. Likely done for the half. When he comes back out for the third quarter, Jerry has something to watch. The left shoulder, Devon Dillard.
All right. Dillard has had some injury problems this year. Here's an open look left side, and a foul will be called on Haggard. That'll be 1 on him.
Greensburg's done a great job of catching the ball at the three-point line. They've been making some threes. Then they shot fake, get Bowman in the air, and then drive the ball, get the foul. Sellers, good play. Division I player. Does an excellent job inside and can shoot the three both.
Greensburg on the year during the regular season averaged 76.2 and a win margin of 32.8 during the regular season. In the tournament, same number, very consistent. Generally, when you compare regular season numbers to tournament numbers, there's some discrepancy. They got the same number right down the line, 76-2, Mike.
They're very well coached. They pass the ball. They're very unselfish. And, of course, winning the state championship last year gave them a lot of confidence for this year. And the way this game's going right now with a minute 35 to go and they're at 40, I think they're going to break their average the way this is going.
Well, I'll tell you, the last person out of Greensburg turned off the lights as far as I can tell because they've got this place about 60% full themselves.
They're very proud of their basketball team, and most of them are seniors, and this is their last hurrah.
They played last week at the Tiernan Center at Richmond, and they filled up a good 75% of that capacity over there. Bowman, inside, left-handed shot, way off the mark that time by Justin King. And a steal. Here's Riddle. And the basket is going to count, I believe.
That was a mistake that time by Greensburg because they tried to lob the ball after the rebound. They need to bounce the ball, and especially the little guys like Holsworth, they need to take care of the basketball.
Foul was on Rigney, number 1 on him. And a chance for the three-point play now by Haggard. The rebound comes off into the hands of Bowman, and they lost it. Now they track at the corner and get it in a hurry. Out of bounds to Bowman. With a minute 3 to go here in the first half.
Well, neither team has the ball for more than 8 or 10 seconds, so you wouldn't even need an NBA shot clock tonight.
No shot clock. You could just turn it on. You wouldn't need it the whole game. 41-35 in favor of Greensburg. They've led by 12. They've not trailed in this game. They hit 2 threes right off the bat. And again, that outside shot just not falling right now for Bowman. On the year, they shoot 50% from the field overall. But not tonight. In case you're wondering, the blue line right at the top of the free throw circle is the three-point line for the high schoolers.
Coach Myers trying to get him to take 1 shot. That's almost unheard of around here, but that's about 10th or 11th pass. You're down at 20 seconds at the half.
Hard to the hoop, driving layup, good. And it's going to count, and a foul's going to be called against Bowman Academy. Justin King was the defender in the area. There he is right there. That'll be 2 on him. And the basket is good, and Sellers goes back to the line.
Well, they took the clock down from 1 minute to about 15 seconds. Seller goes hard to the basket. Tough call. Goes to the line.
I've been watching the NCAA tournament. Boy, that even those officials, that's such a hard call. My goodness. Sellers, 85% for the line. And he is 3 out of 3. He has 15 points.
Well, Bowman tried to go for 1 shot with 15 seconds. They might get 2 or 3 possessions out of this.
That's true. Long shot, no. Rebound, off into the blue uniforms again. Here comes Greensburg, wide open near side. This is Rigney. No good. Long rebound, and the shot up court. Oh, hit the back of the rim from three-quarter court.
There was 3 possessions in the last 15 seconds.
Wow, what a first half. Pretty much like we had anticipated. Up and down, back and forth. Let's hear from Coach Stacy Myers.
Stacy, your thoughts on your team's first 16 minutes?
No, I thought we handled their pressure pretty well for the most part. We did have a couple of ill-advised turnovers. My concern right now is they're getting to the rim. All their baskets are getting to the rim, so we've got to keep a much better job of keeping them out of the paint.
Any particular message for your experienced team at halftime?
No, we can't tire. They're coming for another half of basketball, so we can't tire. We got to make good decisions with the ball.
Can you kind of use some timeouts in the second half to give your team some needed breathers?
We can. I think we got to be wise using those, but yes, we can here in the second half.
Stacy, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Jerry?
All right. Stacy Myers going to be very pleased with this ball club right now. A couple of years ago, the District 3 Coach of the Year following a 23-1 campaign that included the state's only undefeated regular season. Halftime score again, 44-35. 3A championship of the IHSAA Champions Television Network. About set to get underway. Here's a quick check of the Subway halftime stats. I mentioned the shooting, 16 of 40 for Bowman and 17 of 30 for Greensburg. Anything else, Mike? Rebounds advantage Greensburg.
Greensburg by 7 on rebounds. You wouldn't have thought that at the beginning of the game. And then the assists at the bottom there. Greensburg with 15 assists, only 10 turnovers in the first half.
All right, so the second half ready to go. Bowman Academy gets the basketball, working the goal, 2 hour left as we start the second half of the game. Rebound, put right back up and good. Good job that time by Justin King, who gets his first field goal of the game and chops the lead down now to 44-37. Quickly, Greensburg back. The shot is blocked inside that time by King, who leads the ball club in blocked shots with 16.
2 quick baskets by Bowman.
And all of a sudden, they're right back in it. King back-to-back buckets now with 5. And that intense pressure defensively will not stop the entire game. 1-3. That'll put a dent in things in a hurry. That bucket by Holsworth is second field goal, both of which are 3-pointers.
Holsworth and Rigney have to hit that shot because they're going to be wide open.
Spinning inside. Nice little move that time by Devon Dillard. Dillard was shut out in scoring of the second quarter after getting 6 in the first. Here is that 80-plus feet defense that they will throw at you, they being Bowman Academy.
Bowman made adjustments on the press the second half here.
Nice rebound offensively, blocked again, put right back up again, and they get the roll. Ryan Wellich, 13 now. And they stepped inbounds of the inbound play.
Well, that's quite a change in momentum right there. Greensburg goes to the board and gets 3 shots, and then Bowman steps out of bounds. Greensburg's got a chance to get the lead back.
Well, they just keep going after. I love the way Greensburg's going after this, Mike. Now, they've got a little bit of a height advantage. Not much in there, but they send everybody in a blue jersey to the hoop.
Well, the lead went from 9 to 5. Now it's back to 8, and they get a shot at trying to put double figures again for the lead.
They get the inbounds pass and go right back to the guy who throws it in. Quickly back out to the point again to Holsworth. Well, they move the ball well, don't they? Long 3. Nothing. Rebound inside by Dillard, and he was fouled in the process of going to get the rebound.
Dillard's such a key guy for Bowman. It looks like he's got a kind of a better attitude going into this third quarter. He's much more active than he was in the first half. So Bowman down 8, have the ball.
Fouls on Rigney. Number 2 on him. Number 1 against the ball club in the second half. Nobody on either ball club with more than 2 personal fouls, so that's not really an issue right now. That was just too easy.
That's just one strong move to the basket. Dillard and King are phenomenal athletes.
King now with 6 of the 8 points scored by Bowman here in the second half. And they're going to take a timeout. Greensburg does. That defense is finally getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, he was about ready to fall out of bounds. He called the timeout. I think that was a good move right there. A couple minutes have gone by. He's got TV timeouts that he can burn at the 4-minute mark. So good call.
30-second timeout. Third game of the day. Earlier today, Marquette Catholic out of Michigan City beats Mar Reeve in overtime, 70-66, a beauty. And then Park Tudor ran all over Westview, 84-57. Park Tudor with Trayvon Blewett, one of the guys who's a candidate for Mr. Basketball, had 38 points and a dozen rebounds in that game. I would not want to be the guys, the crew right now deciding Mr. Basketball this year. There are some really good candidates.
I was involved with the Junior All-Stars last year. You got Lyles, you got Blackman, you got Blewett. And then you got McIntosh, who was one of the best 5 players last year on the Junior All-Star team. A great group coming for against Kentucky here in the summer.
And, of course, we're going to see One of Kentucky's top recruits out of Tech in the second game here as Tech goes against Lake Central for the 4A championship. Got to hurry to get it in, and a 5-second call.
Well, that was one of the times where I think Bowman was really anticipating, and they were playing really hard coming out of that timeout and really denied the basketball.
That is 11 turnovers now for Greensburg. And they don't average much more than that, as a matter of fact. That's double dribble.
That time Greensburg did a good job. McIntosh went down to double. King was measuring up Wellage going to the basket like he did just a couple minutes ago, and good help on the inside.
Like you're just looking, Greensburg averages 8.9 turnovers per game. As I mentioned, they've already committed 11. Bowman, for all of the space and chaos they create, only averages about 11 turnovers per game. They take care of the basketball.
When Greensburg gets set up in that 2-1-2 look, they just cut Bowman up in that pressure.
15 points now for Wellage. He and Sean Sellers each with 15. Blocking out inside and shoving. Basket will not count. And the foul's going to be against Greensburg. And it's going to be on Sellers, and that'll be the first of the ball game on the 6'7" senior.
Oh, that's good. Sellers needs to stay out of foul trouble. He's doing a good job rebounding the ball. No coach would be happy with that 7 rebound advantage in the first half.
Jumper by Haggard, no good. Ball batted free and picked up by Daniels. Back to the corner they go, and this is Dillard. And he will knock it home. Devon now in double figures with 10. He averages 17 a game. 51-45. In favor of Greensburg. They get it inside, and once again, the passing has just been superb.
Greensburg's putting on a clinic passing the basketball. That time they ran 3 guys at Rigney, so there was only 2 covering the rest of the team.
It's obvious to me, Mike Broughton, that what they have done, the coaching staff this week, they have looked at the tape of Bowman Academy over the year, and they realize that the defense is hectic, but there will be some openings that occur mainly under the hoop.
What they're going to do is set an assist record for the state tournament as this thing's going on.
Absolutely. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Bowman, jumper right out front. Nice looking play. Good bucket by Haggard, now with 8. And that's the first of the 3 field goals that have not been of the 3-point variety.
Haggard's a very, very good basketball player.
And we'll get a foul on Daniels. That'll be number 2 on the 6'1" senior.
You know, it's amazing. Greensburg's getting layup after layup, and you look up, and the score is 53-47. They can't break Bowman.
Yep.
No matter how many layups they got, they can't break Bowman right now. It's a really intriguing game. Will Greensburg run out of gas in the 4th quarter? That's kind of the question, and that's what Coach Ray's hoping for, because he just keeps subbing body after body after body against Greensburg. Greensburg's had 1 sub the whole game.
We talked about the turnovers. Bowman Academy, for all the rock'em sock'em offense on defense, only turns the ball over just a touch above 11 per game, and that's pretty darn good.
Well, Greensburg's going to turn it over more against Bowman, that's for sure.
Basket won't go, but the foul's got to be tagged to Bryant McIntosh. That'll be number 1 of the 6'3" senior in this game. They need him. He leads the ball club in assists with an amazing 256 assists. Leads the club in steals with 42. Shoots 51% from the floor. And again, like, nobody's in serious foul trouble. I'm a little surprised at the hectic pace out there.
Well, there's really not a whole lot of defense being played on either team. They're just kind of driving at each other. It's kind of almost like a street game. The only thing is, with Greensburg, you just hope Sellers and Wellage don't run out of gas. Both of them are big and tall, don't have a lot of strength, and so you hope they hang in there. Sellers is coming back in the game.
Second free throw, no good by Perry. He had his first point of the game with the first free throw. And the lead is at 53-48, almost another turnover, but Greensburg manages to save, fires to the corner, and gets it. Nice looking shot by Tom Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence subbing in. He's got to play well, and he got off to a good start.
Lawrence on the year, now 9 3-pointers. Couldn't come at a better time, though, if you're a Greensburg fan. Fall-away jumper, good. Dillard again. He is equaled in this quarter, Mike, his entire first-half output.
I think they woke him up at halftime.
56-50. Driving to the hoop, got the roll. Nice looking play again. Well, they are doing a great job of getting Welage inside. He has 17 now. Fall away shot again. Now this Dillard is the kind of guy, Mike, that if he gets his mind straight, he can take over a ball game like this.
Well, right now he's taking over the third quarter a little bit. He's just really, really active, and you can see just a different look on his face right now.
He has 8 of their 14. Another turnover again. That's going to be 13 turnovers. Driving at the other end, bucket good by Cole.
58-54, and Bowman struggles and still hangs right around.
Pretty much what we expected, and as you sit down and anticipate, okay, what kind of a game we're going to have to broadcast, this is pretty much it. 58-54. Not a lot of turnovers, but a lot if you're a Greensburg fan. 13, open look, right side. Nothing doing. They'll swing it back out and set the offense up again.
Bowman's doing a great job covering up this time. Oop, they let it go again.
Off the mark, rebound loose, picked up by Greensburg. Wide open look this time by Whitney. Knocks it home.
That time Bowman just didn't go rebound the basketball. They had the rebound, and everybody was wanting to run to offense. And they didn't pick it up.
He has a dozen points. They've spread the scoring out well. All 5 of the starters have scored. But as Mike mentioned, only Tom Lawrence has come off the bench now for Greensburg, and he has a 3-point field goal. Inside, no. Slapped out of bounds, and it'll belong to Greensburg. Pirates get it, and we get a timeout. 61-54. You're watching the Indiana Boys State Basketball Championships on Fox Sports Indiana, presented by the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever. Look at the profile of this Bowman Academy. They are located up in Gary, Indiana. And they've had some difficulty getting games against other Gary schools. They have not played a Gary school since the 2000-2008 season. There are the numbers. You see 469. And they brought a nice group of people down here. I'm very happy to see that for this championship game tonight.
Well, they've been here a couple times. Coach Ray's won 2 state championships. He's won in 1A and 2A, and he's trying to get a 3A.
Yeah, they're trying to make history tonight, become the first school to ever win championships in 3 different classes. They had to step up this year with that success factor that was put together by the Indiana High School Athletic Association. 7-point ball game now. And again, they drop it inside. Now, I think coming in from behind may have been a foul on Perry. Yep.
That time, if you watch right here, the 1-3-1 half-court trap, and the backside of the trap for Bowman did not drop, and Greensburg's wide open. Greensburg's in a 2-1-2 set. Bowman 1-3-1. Backside of the 1-3-1's got to drop. It doesn't get there.
Welage will get 2. The first one rattles out of there. Interesting that 4 of last year's championship game starters return for Bowman. And of the 86 points that they scored on the championship win a year ago, those 4 starters accounted for 57 of them. And finally, the roll, let's go for Welage. 7 points of the quarter, 18 of the game. They had 3 guys in double figures last year that are back this year in that championship game. They knocked off Linton Stockton, 86-73. Dillard had 24.6 rebounds. King had 16. Haggard 15. Riddle had 2. Antonio Pipkin, who graduated, had 16 of the game. Long 3. Nothing. Rebound inside. Dillard taken away. And out comes Greensburg again. Well, they just won't let you get away. Like, if you don't protect the basketball, they're going to come and get it.
McIntosh is doing a fantastic job at 6'3", finding the open guy for Greensburg. He's just the quarterback out there, and he's taking care of it. Welage and Sellers are getting the easy shots.
Well, they double out high, which means somebody's open, and that's been the story of the entire game. And a foul. And if it's on Dillard, that'll be number 2. Nope, they're going to put it on, I think, King. Okay. And that'll be the 3rd foul on Justin, so he becomes the first player on either side to get any kind of foul difficulty.
Well, Sellers that time did not settle for the three-point shot. He was open. He drove the ball at the basket. He's not intimidated at all on the inside, but they've played the North Centrals, and they've been in the Hall of Fame tournament, and they've played a lot of good teams, so I don't think Bowman's size is going to bother him too much one way or the other. I mean, they've lost one game this year to Madison, and they've had a clean slate besides that.
Both free throws are good by Sellers. In fact, they won that Hall of Fame tournament, beating Mount Vernon Fortville 48-37, and then Columbus North, one of the top teams in the state, by a 65-59 score. And a foul as the loose ball was gathered up right about the top of the three-point arc. And the foul's going to be on Daniels. And now he has 3.
Well, that time Bowman one pass or no passes sometimes, and they shoot a 3. Greensburg would love Dillard to shoot outside shots the rest of the night. When they get to the inside is when Bowman can make a run on Greensburg.
You know, Mike, you mentioned that loss to Madison, and strangely enough, Greensburg had a 21-point lead in the second half of that game and let it get away as they lost by 2 in overtime, 89-87.
Talking to Coach, I think that was a good wake-up call for Greensburg. They've had so much success the last 2 years that woke them up, and since then, they've been perfect.
They have scored over 90 points 7 times this year. They've been over 100 twice.
Greensburg's size, the 3 big guys' size, is really helping against the pressure because Bowman's got some little guards. McIntosh can look right over the top.
Pull up 14-footer, goes in. Well, that's a good-looking play.
McIntosh is one of the best players in the state of Indiana. The lead's gone to 12. We're going into the fourth.
66-54, 8 more minutes to go. Greensburg ends the quarter on an 8-0 run in the 3A title game.
Go to getfxm.com.
Well, there's the numbers. We go to the fourth quarter. Greensburg at halftime was up 44-35. Let that lead get away. Another back up to the biggest lead of the ball game.
Yeah, Greensburg's played great over first 3 quarters. Out-rebounded Bowman by 11. Have got 20 assists on 25 baskets. It's been a clinic for Greensburg. Fourth quarter, 12-point lead. Can they break them?
Greensburg last year knocked off Fort Wayne Concordia 73-70 in overtime. McIntosh 25, Sellers 19, Wellage 16, Holsworth 3, Rigney 8. Sellers also had 12 rebounds to go along with the 19 points. Those are the starting 5 that's back and going strong again this year as Greensburg looks to make it 2 in a row.
Since 1972, the record in state finals for most assists has been 25. Greensburg has 20 with a quarter to go.
I think they've got a pretty good shot at it then, Mike, the way I'm looking at it.
Bowman's come out really man-to-man a little bit instead of all the traps. They've tried to come out man-to-man, but again, Greensburg's handled the ball really well, got it to the inside.
Justin King hit for the foul. That'll be his 4th. Yeah, that means Sellers goes to the line, where he is 5 for 5. 19 points. Wellage with 18. Rigney with 12. For Bowman, 14 out of Dillard, and a dozen from Austin Daniels.
Well, the thing about it is when a team's behind by 12 in the fourth quarter, usually they call timeout and want to press. Well, Bowman's been pressing the whole game.
Yeah.
So there's not really going to be anything else that Coach Ray's going to be able to do that he hasn't already done. So it's just now a matter of Greensburg can take care of the basketball and not have any turnovers where Bowman gets those 6-0, 8-0 runs here late in the game.
Sellers looking for point number 20. And he will get it. Since the class era began in 1998, this is the first time that 2 returning state champions have played for a state title. So history in the making tonight.
Greensburg's doing a good thing here. 2-3 zone, really packing it in.
And again, a lot of blue shirts inside, and this has been the story of the whole game. Bowman getting 1 and done.
1 and done, and McIntosh, whoa, that's his first probably bad pass of the whole game right there. Yeah, he threw it up in the air, but it was Holsworth he was throwing it to instead of Wellage.
This lead, by the way, is the biggest of the ball game now for that man's ball club, the Greensburg Pirates. Rigney had 7 3-pointers in the game earlier this year against East Central, and they came out tonight firing. He has 4 in the game tonight.
McIntosh, great steal, going to push it against Bowman. Took it right away from Dillard.
16 now. Turnovers. Well, they have worked that right corner beautifully. At the start of the game, they stuck Rigney down in that deep right corner at the other end of the court, and he doesn't take long to get that thing cocked and fired.
That's what he's been doing for Greensburg for 2 years, especially when they try to double McIntosh or worry about the inside.
Now a 16-point lead, and the basket is good. On the long shot by Dillard, a 3-pointer. They're going to count it, I think. And we've got a foul away from the shot. The foul's going to be on McIntosh. That'll be 2 on him.
I wouldn't think Coach Ray could go very long without bringing King back in the basketball game. Whether he's got 4 fouls or not, you're down 13 with 6.5 to go. He's going to have to get him back in the game.
Bowman in white. Greensburg in the blue uniforms. They will fire a 3 again. This time it is short. And once again, it's one and done. Bowman's losses this year, they played all over the state and all over the country for that matter. Again, same shot from the right side. And this young man, Rigney, has now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 field goals, all 3-pointers.
He stands in that same spot, and he makes almost every shot tonight.
And the fact they haven't figured that out is a little questionable. Foul's going to be on Anthony Cole. That'll be his 3rd personal foul. Colin Rigney just doing a super job and getting most of his points from deep in that right corner. Rigney against East Central on December 13th had a career-high 21, including 7 3-pointers, 1 away from breaking the school record for a single game. And he's on that same mark tonight. Greensburg up by 73-57.
Perseverance, drive, commitment, all attributes that I strive to accomplish every day. I'm George Hill of the Indiana Pacers, here to tell you.
Here we go. Greensburg up by 16 points. They've never trailed, and they have done it, spread it out pretty well. As Mike mentioned, they have used only 1 sub in the game. That was Tom Lawrence. He has 3 points. All the other scoring, Mike, has come from that starting unit.
Well, they've had so many easy shots, it's really helped them with the layup.
They'll chase it down. It'll go back to Bowman Academy. Greensburg last year 26-1, 3A state champions. Their only loss was at Batesville. Overall, the last 3 years, show you how strong this program has been. They are 76-3. They've gone 27-1, 23-1, 26-1. Now they're 27-1. So they have been strong. Very consistent. Nice rebound, put back up off the mark by Riddle. And off into the hands of Greensburg again. Here come the Pirates. Off in the corner again. You betcha. Why not?
I'll tell you what, Rigney gets to that spot on the baseline, and it is just automatic. It doesn't even touch the rim.
If I were Bowman, I'd put a no parking sign down there or something. Here's the 3 to answer at the other end by Haggard. His 3rd 3-pointer of the game, giving him 11 points.
McIntosh has been so unselfish. He's still the key to the game because he's finding everybody wide open and handling the pressure.
He is headed to Northwestern, earned his 2nd straight conference MVP this year. They're members of the Eastern Indiana Conference. And that foul is going to be on Cole. Now he's in a bit of trouble with 4 personal fouls. Here's a look at that last 3-pointer again by Colin Rigney.
Well, you know, McIntosh is averaging 9 assists a game. Last year he shot the ball quite a bit more than he does this year, but this year he's just so dedicated in getting everybody else open, and he's really, really improved his skills passing the basketball. He can score 20. He scored 25 last year in the state finals. But he is setting the table because he's 6'3", looking over Bowman's guards and just slicing them up against the pressure.
First free throw no good by McIntosh. McIntosh, by the way, set school records for assists in a career, a season, and a game. Put back up, no good. Foul, Greensburg. Foul in the act of shooting. We got a player down now for Bowman Academy, and that is Austin Daniels. who has 12 points, 10 of which came in the second quarter, and he's holding that right knee. There he goes down right there. You can see it to the left of your screen.
Just gave out on him. His right leg just kind of gave out on him. It looked like he kind of slipped, like it was slick, but I don't think so. I think he just gave out on him a little bit.
Austin, the 6'1" senior guard, having a nice ball game. One of the starters, averaging 5.5 points, 2.3 rebounds. But as I mentioned, he kept him in the ball game at the second quarter, but he scored 10 of their 20 points.
He's an aggressive individual, very physical. Hope he can get back in the game here with 5 minutes to go.
Bowman, we mentioned, they played Chicago, a couple of Chicago teams. They have played Proviso East in Illinois. They've been to Dayton, Ohio to play an academy over there. They played at Chicago State. They played Clarksville at Indianapolis Marshall. They just say, where do you want us, and we'll show up. I talked to Marvin on Monday. He said, you know, we're starting to get a little better scheduled. Some teams that are starting to play us, I suppose. So they played Carmel. I saw that game in person, and Carmel was just a terrific ball club. They lost there. They played Ben Davis and lost. They lost at Kokomo. And as I mentioned, the Chicago Simeon game was an overtime game. Chicago Simeon, the defending Class 4A state champion in Illinois. So when they played a tough schedule.
Well, they don't hide from anybody, and I think that's the way Marvin wants it. That's how he's trying to build the program, and that's why he's got the state championships.
3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter, and again, Greensburg does a terrific job of breaking that defense, and they get the bucket from Sutters, who now has 22.
They got to keep attacking. They sure don't want to hold the basketball till you get down under 2 minutes. They just want to go right at Bowman.
Still a 16-point lead. Shot way off the mark. Rebound off into the hands, though, of Cole. Couldn't do anything with it. Now they will triple team, and I believe they're going to get a foul called. They're pointing toward Haggard if that's his call, and I think it is. That'll be number 2 on him. Up going to be on 34. They say Cole. I've got him for 5. If that's on Cole. Haven't heard any whistle yet.
Coach Ray's over talking to Dillard, trying to get him, I think, probably to attack the basket instead of shoot the 3.
That should have been the 5th foul. Here's the free throw, good by Sellers. Yeah. Apparently not. Both free throws good by Sellers. 24 points now for Sean. His average is 20.1. Loose ball, and last touch on the baseline by Bowman Academy. Back to the sideline again. Greg.
Let's give you an update on Austin Daniels. It is a right knee injury. Wasn't exactly confident in putting much weight on that knee. He's back on the bench. He could go back into the game. You can tell that young man's in a lot of pain, Jared.
18-point lead is the biggest of the game. They're trying to get a couple of them back right here. 3 white shirts go inside, but the ball's knocked out of bounds, and Greensburg's got it again.
Bowman's getting very, very frustrated right now because they're attacking the basket. They're missing the shots. They're kind of acting like they think they're getting fouled. They just need to keep going after the rebound.
Well, time is of the essence. We're almost halfway through this fourth quarter. This has been really a display of excellent basketball by Greensburg. Missed the layup, but knocked out of bounds by Bowman Academy. I'm not sure where we missed that foul because Terry, sitting right next to me here, had him for 5 also. And
maybe we're going to give him 6 tonight.
Well, that's fine with me. Just keep them all out there. Kind of a game you love to see. An 18-point lead at 80-62. It's been a clinic and a foul.
Again, I will speak on McIntosh. He has done a fantastic job handling the basketball, doing the jump stop, hop stop, making the extra pass, getting really all 4 of the other starters wide open looks, and it's really been a clinic. He's going to Northwestern. He's going to get to play probably pretty quick for Northwestern because he is one of the best players in the state of Indiana. Now
And another one of those candidates for Mr. Basketball.
Well, we got Wellage. I think Mr. Morgan, the referee's taking him over. I think he got punched in the nose. He's got a cut in the top of his head. So I would say they got to fix him up a little bit, or they got to sub.
The end of the season, start of the season, Greensburg had won 49 of the last 51. And that loss to Madison with the 24th of January ended the 28-game winning streak and a 31-game winning streak at home. And their third straight 20-win season.
They got Tom Lawrence coming in. He hit the three from the baseline in the third quarter. Everybody was teasing him on the bench because he thought he was going to get to shoot the free throw, so here he is.
Lawrence from the free throw line, shooting 70%.
Coach Meyer, the subs down there, they were all raising their hand wanting to go in and shoot it. That's great.
You notice how much fun you have when you're winning?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun on that bench than the other one right now, that's for sure.
Well, you had a team here, what, back-to-back?
Yeah, 92, 93, and 95. It was a good experience.
You got one of them, by golly.
We got 1 out of 3, and George Griffith of Richmond beat us by 2 in overtime, and then Coach Whitty, he won the state in 95, and he beat us in the afternoon game, and then I think he beat Maryville that night. So pretty tough to get here whenever we had the one class.
Let's say hello to Steve, by the way. He is doing some physical rehab. I assume he's doing his rehab.
He's doing his rehab because his wife's making him do it. I think she's nurse extraordinaire, and I talk to him about every week, and he's getting better each week, and we look forward to seeing him soon. He's a good friend of mine.
He's a great guy. Picked up some championships at Ben Davis High School, and this has been struggling just a bit, so we wish him well. 3:58 to go, fourth quarter, timeout, 81-64. It is all Greensburg for the 3A championship.
In 1964, the chance of surviving the most common form of childhood leukemia was 3%. Today, the chance of surviving is 90%, thanks to treatments advanced by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Cures today, not someday. That's the goal. Join us.
Next week on an all-new Cosmos.
It's the beginning of time.
The epic journey continues.
No material object can travel faster than the speed of light.
From the beginning of modern science.
This is the very book that inspired Einstein as a young boy.
To the mysteries of our own galaxy.
We're entering uncharted scientific territory.
Don't miss Cosmos, a space-time odyssey, next week on Fox and the National Geographic Channel.
If this is your Mount Everest, if this is your triathlon, if this is your Iditarod, if this is your walk on the moon, then this is your home for orthopedic care. Methodist Sports Medicine, the orthopedic specialists, partners with Indiana University Health and team physicians of the Indianapolis Colts.
Quick injury update on Ryan Wellage. He has a cut right between the eyes. They're trying to get the blood stopped, and then once they get that, it's a matter of can you get something adhesive to stay on his forehead to keep it from bleeding yet again. So Lawrence in the game, as soon as they get the cut fixed, they'll get Wellage back out there. Jerry.
Well, again, as we have pointed out, they've only used one sub in the game. That is Tom Lawrence.
Macy Holdsworth taking it out of bounds. He's had a full scholarship to play baseball at IU. He made the long pass out of bounds on the last play, but they broke it this time.
They did. And the easy shot by Rigby wouldn't fall after he's knocked down all the threes. Basket will count. Nice looking play by Cole again. I tell you, this young man's done a nice job. He has 12 points in this ball game. Averages 10-7 off the bench.
Yeah, Bowman attacked the basket. This time they got it in. He gathered himself and was able to go up off a hop stop and lay the basketball in.
McIntosh, third personal foul. They've all come here in the second half. Free throw no good by Cole. And now the pressure again thrown in by Bowman. They need a miracle right now to get back in this ball game. They're down 81-66. And they get inside and miss the shot. And the rebound comes off to Justin King.
They need to finish the layups or bring the ball back out. They don't need to be doing that. Nice pass.
He got inside. He will miss the shot, but go to the line on the foul on Lawrence. On Tom, number 2.
Darian Riddle saw the defense, cut it to King. King misses the dunk, but he gets to go to the line. And Bowman really in the last minutes had more energy they've had most of the half.
They have. King now 2 out of 5 from the line.
Well, came back in the game. He's got a headband on, trying to hold the bandage on his head. So he's got the look.
Second, King now 4 out of 5. And 5 out of 6 now. 11 points now for the 6'7" senior, averaging 14.6 per game. Pressure comes on with 3:15 to go. Fourth quarter, and a steal again. This time by Cole. He'll go right inside and miss the shot instead of giving it up and setting up the offense. And they throw it away again.
Cole has the energy right now. He took it hard to the basket, but was way off balance.
7 turnovers now for Bowman Academy, and just like that, Greensburg turns it over, and that'll be 16 on their side of the ledger.
The last 3 possessions has been the worst for Greensburg, really in the whole half. They've thrown the ball out of bounds and really out of character.
Timeout taken by Greensburg with 2:55 to go, 81-68. They lead for the 3A championship. Well, we've been talking about Sean Sellers. I just checked the numbers over here. He has 24 points and 16 rebounds in this game.
And McIntosh has 10 assists and 3 turnovers. And Cole is really playing well for Bowman here in the last couple minutes.
Three out of bounds. Last touch by Haggard. One of the issues here, Austin Daniels for Bowman has 12 points, but Mike, he hasn't scored a point here in the second half of this ball game, nor has Darian Riddle, one of the other starters on this unit. And the other side, Wellage, who had 18 points through 3 quarters, has also been shut out in this fourth quarter.
Now, Daniels is the young man from Bowman who slipped and fell and kind of nicked up his knee a little bit, and so he's kind of been in and out here this last quarter.
Holsworth and Sellers both started on this Greensburg ball club as freshmen, so they've been around for a while.
Uh-oh.
Again? Not this time. One of the few misses we've seen in the corner by Colin Rigney.
Bowman 4-on-1.
Oh, nice looking play that time, and a good shot by Renard Perry. First field goal for him.
Man-to-man pressure for Bowman's really bothering because McIntosh can't get the ball in bounds. They were zone pressing most of the game, but now they've just kind of locked up. And again, it's Cole, who had 21 points in the semi-state for Bowman last week, who's trying to play McIntosh on these switches right here, doing a good job switching out, keeping him from getting the ball. There he is again.
Inbounds. Another turnover, 17, make it 19 now. And the layup, no good. The putback up is, though, by Justin King. I'll tell you, hang on here for just a second. 2 minutes to go, and it's 81-72. That's only 3 possessions.
Oh,
it's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be Bowman's basketball.
I think it's going to go back to Greensburg.
I think so, too.
It just hit the Bowman and went right through Bowman's.
Well, no, they're going to leave it there. I didn't think that anybody touched it for Greensburg, but the official right on top of it said yes.
Well, Sellers went to get it, but I think it was out on Bowman, but we're down. It's a 9-point game now with 1:58.
On a 10-0 run is Bowman Academy. 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter. 3-pointer, no. Good box out inside that time, and a super job by Bryant McIntosh. Now, if you thought it was chaotic on the part of Bowman in the first 3 quarters of this game, hang on now, because it's going to get crazy. Open look right side again. Spinning inside. Little jump shot. Yes!
Good play by Rigney that time. He didn't settle for the 3. They don't need any more 3-point shots. Good play.
He has 11 points in the quarter and 23 in the game. Pull-up shot. No. Rebound in the hands and out of the hands of Anthony Cole. It'll stay with Bowman.
If Bowman would have hit 25% of their outside shots, they'd be ahead right now, but they just struggled from the outside tremendously. Man-to-man pressure, they're going to double the ball when it comes in.
A couple of the players, Scott Holsworth and Scott McIntosh, are the assistant coaches for they got Suns on the team. Quickly back up, nothing doing. Right now, Bowman getting good looks, and they can't do anything with it. Numbers on the break, a 3-on-1, and the bucket is good. foul is called. Basket count.
You can tell on McIntosh's face, and really Greensburg overall, they're pooped right now. They're tired.
Yep.
They've worn out with about 3 minutes to go, but they had the cushion of a 15-point lead, and that was a big play. Wellage finished the shot. McIntosh making a great pass off the dribble.
And I think we've got this one right. That should be 5 fouls on Anthony Cole. Yep, he's gone. Anthony finishes up with 12 points, about a point and a half above his scoring average.
He was the Mr. Energy in the fourth quarter. Really brought Bowman back with his effort. And again, had a great semi-state. Did a great job here in the fourth quarter. I think Bowman's going to run out of time, but they've kind of wore Greensburg out, but they lost contact when it got down to, when it got up to 16 to 17 point lead, and weren't really being able to make a run where it pressured Greensburg into anything where it looked like they could be defeated. But Bowman, they stay with it. They're giving out everything they got, even with a minute to go here.
Wellage? No. Cole goes up, by the way, with 12 points and 9 rebounds. Turnover now by Bowman. That's only the 8th of the game. I told you, they take pretty good care of the basketball.
Well, they take good care of it because really they don't pass it around a whole lot, and they've been able to attack Greensburg's defense, and Greensburg really hasn't been able to keep them out of the inside. It's only when Bowman elects to shoot an outside shot.
85 points is a new 3A record. The old mark 84 by Washington versus Harding back in 2008. South Bend, Washington. Blocking foul on Bowman. Sellers averaging 22 points, 7.2 rebounds in the tournament. So a high of 32 against South Decatur earlier this year. High of 16 rebounds against Batesville.
I think this is a time where Coach Meyer really needs to, when they break the press, unless it's a layup, they need to bring the thing back out a little bit. They got 50 seconds. They need to cut the number of possessions down. Yeah. I know with a 14-point lead that may be irrelevant, but Bowman scores baskets in, I mean, they could maybe score 3 baskets in 15 seconds. So again, Greensburg's got to take care of the ball the last 50 seconds. It's a 14-point lead. They've played a very, very good game.
Wellage gets 1 out of 2. Wellage, 19 points in the game. He's averaging 15-2 in the tournament and 5.8 rebounds, a high of 26 earlier this year. And a quick timeout taken by Bowman. And we'll do the same. 86-74, 43-3 to go, fourth quarter. State tournament presented by the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever on Fox. We've been talking about Sean Sellers, 34, headed to Ball State, the school's career scoring and rebounding leader. Into the finals, Mike, he had 1,866 career points, 566 on the season. Sellers tonight with 24 points. And it'll be Bowman Academy basketball.
Good hustle that time. Bowman playing everything man-to-man, just denied the ball in bounds. And 40 seconds to go. It's 12 points.
Well, last year we mentioned they won the state championship. They being Greensburg, the only previous Greensburg team to play for a state championship was the softball team back in '98. Well, we're going to get the roll, and Devon Dillard will have 7 points in the quarter and 21 in the game. And another timeout, and we'll do it again ourselves. Clock showing 35-9 to go. It's a 10-point ball game. Greensburg out in front.
Before you paint or vinyl, call Rhino. Imagine if the next time you...
Devon Dillard now with 21 points in the game. He's been recruited by everybody and his brother, trying to get him to come to their particular school. Final 30 seconds of this ball game now, and again the defense being handled, I think, rather admirably by Greensburg. They've done a nice job defensively in this game. And a foul, and let's see if that's going to be a flagrant one. Happened right in front of the Greensburg bench. The foul is on Riddle. That'll be 3 on him.
They're going to call it, well, I guess they are going to call it an intentional foul.
Well, Sellers will go to the line.
Nope, it's just going to be 2 shots.
Regular foul. All right. Yep. I mentioned Dillard, Kansas, Illinois, IU, Purdue, Creighton, Michigan State, Dayton, Xavier, Iowa, Marquette, Miami, Florida State. You probably add 3 or 4 more to that list since I got those notes.
He got after it a little more in the second half. It was a little bit too late, though, after they had the 9-point halftime deficit. But it was a nice job there by Riddle. He kind of knocked Sellers into the bench and then went and shook hands with him. And that's a good sign of sportsmanship with 21 seconds to go.
Dillard had a elbow injury earlier in the year, and that slowed him down dramatically. Final 20 seconds of the ball game. It looks like Greensburg's on its way to another state championship back-to-back. And a quick foul on Dillard. I would suspect that both Marvin Ray, Stacey Meyer will unload their benches.
Well, this would be a good time with 13 seconds if you want anybody else to play. It's 87-76, and
I'd like to get their names in the scorebook. That's important.
You know, you get out there on the court, you can say, hey, I played in the state finals.
That's right.
And you know what? That would be a great thing. But it looks like everybody's going to kind of hold pat and going to play out the last 13 seconds. There may be 3 more possessions, Jerry, in the last 13 seconds. So
that is true. Sellers has spent a lot of this quarter at the free throw line.
Well, Greensburg is a worthy champion. They have had a good week of preparation. They prepared well against the pressure. They made some turnovers, but they hit some threes and got a whole bunch of layups. And they're going to be 2-time state champion in 3A.
This will be the 8th free throw in the quarter for Sean Sellers, and he's hit 6 of them. Some new 3A record for points in a game. It's at 89 right now. Final seconds. And now this is a timeout. Now we're going to unload the bench, I would assume. And why not? Had a chance to talk to both of the coaches on Monday. Marvin Ray, delight to talk to. Quite a character. And, of course, Stacey Meyer. Nice to go back to your old high school and get something done. He's a graduate of Greensburg High School. In fact, he went on to start Hanover College, topping 1,000 career points there, as he did it in high school at Greensburg. I think he was 4th in the state, helped the Pirates with 2 conference and 2 sectional championships. And what we're going to get for you in this next game, I don't think we'll see quite this kind of a pace, but it's going to be a beauty. Arsenal Technical High School and Lake Central. Now, these 2 ball clubs played earlier this year. Lake Central lost big time to Tech. When I talked to the Lake Central coaching staff on Monday, it didn't seem to bother him at all.
No, after 3 quarters, it was about a 3-point game, and then Tech made a big run in the 4th quarter, and I think Lake Central's going to be well prepared. They sounded like they had a good semi-state. They won by 20, and they're ready to go.
I don't know if Coach Calipari is here, but he had a chance to see Trey Lyles in person up close. Not that he hasn't seen him enough times anyway, but I think going out of Kentucky.
Some of the Kentucky players are coming tonight. They call the IHSA, and then some of the coaching staff from Kentucky is going to be here. So Trey's going to get to show him what he's got.
They may have to standing room only because we ain't got room for him.
That's right.
What?
That's right.
I'm sorry, Coach. See, we don't have room for you right now.
I can see Coach Calipari up there in section 205.
Yeah, right. They had 10,000 for the afternoon session. We're well above that tonight. Final 2 or 3 seconds, and a quick foul at the buzzer. They're going to wipe it off and forget about it. Final score, 89-76. Greensburg wins it, back-to-back state championships. Mike, the one thing that I was concerned about was, if I'm a Greensburg fan, how are they going to react against the helter-skelter offense and defense of Bowman? If I'm Bowman, I'm concerned about the quality players that Greensburg had. Both sides did a good job of trying to figure that out. It was just Greensburg's night tonight. They put on almost a clinic out there.
Well, Rigney and Holdsworth hit those threes, especially earlier in the game, and then Greensburg played awful well throughout most of the game, except maybe the last 3 or 4 minutes.
All right, let's get a word from the winning coach, Stacey Meyer.
You made it back-to-back, my friend. Congratulations. How did you survive the onslaught of Bowman Academy tonight?
I don't know. I got to congratulate Bowman. That's a great basketball team that we just played tonight. Got to give our kids credit. It's been a great run for 3 years for the Pirates. And these boys have made our town and school very proud.
You're a former assistant coach at Franklin College, so you know the Wonder Five. It was nearly the Iron Five for your team today. How, from a conditioning standpoint, even avoiding mental fatigue, did that starting five stick it together?
You know, it's amazing. You work on it during the week and practice, but you can't prepare for what you're faced with out here. And I thought they did a great job of mentally staying with it. And Bowman made that run late in the game, and I know we had turnovers because we were fatigued.
I know your focus is on the 84 feet on this floor, but there's about a wall of 5,000 in blue behind me. What has this ride been like for a second year in a row?
You know, like I said, what these kids have done the last 3 years, I think it's every boy's dream. We've won the Hall of Fame. We won back-to-back state. I can't say enough about them. Make the community very proud.
Stacey, go enjoy with your team. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Jerry?
He took Southwestern Shelby to the Class A state runner-up finish at 03, so he has become one of 10 coaches to take 2 different schools to the state title game. They had their hands full, but they got it done.
He's very proud of their team, and for them to stick with it. They're a much better team this year than they were last year. Last year they won the state championship, but this year they're just much improved in every area, and Coach Meyer really did that because he played a lot tougher schedule this year and got the kids ready.
The Arthur L. Trester Mental Attitude Award, proudly presented by the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Fever are honored to support Indiana's game at all levels. Let's once again pick up our public address announcer, Scott Gray.
We would like to welcome Rick Fusen, Chief Operating Officer of Spacer Sports and Entertainment, to assist in the presentation of the Arthur L. Trester Mental Attitude Award for Class 3A Boys Basketball. On behalf of the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever, presenting sponsors of the Boys Basketball State Tournament, the IHSA Executive Committee will award a $1,000 scholarship to the winner school. Please join us in thanking the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever for their generous support of student athletes and high school basketball in our state. After we announce the name of the recipient, we invite his parents to join us here on the court. The recipient of this award was selected by the IHSA Executive Committee. The student was nominated by his principal and coach, excelled in mental attitude, athletic ability, scholarship, and leadership. The winner of the 2014 Arthur L. Trester Mental Attitude Award for Class 3A Boys Basketball is Macy Holdsworth, Greensburg High School.
Macy Holdsworth becomes the second athlete from Greensburg to win the Mental Attitude Award. Back in '88, John Panhorst won it for boys cross country. Ranked 7th in a senior class of 135 with 3.9 GPA, member of the National Honor Society, student council, academic mentor to junior high students in the community. Also plays baseball for the Pirates. He is the son of Scott and Kara Holdsworth of Greensburg, planning to head down to IU and study physical therapy.
That was nice with his dad being assistant coach and being able to walk up on the podium twice here for the state championship and for his son.
At 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Let's get a comment right now.